आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भीतिनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम् सन्नद्धकवची खड्गी चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन्ममाग्रतो नित्यं रामपादु स लक्ष्मणः नमः कोदण्डहस्ताय सन्धीकृतशराय च खण्डिताखिलदैत्याय रामायापन्निवारिणे रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः अग्रदपृष्ठदश्चैव पार्श्वदश्च महाबलौ आकर्णपूर्णधन्वानौ रक्षेतां रामलक्ष्मणौ मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरिदं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। From verse 1 onwards, after the 14. Punibandhav. Where are you? Out of the Surat? 15.1 it should be. पुनिबंधव सारथ सुर सरिता जुकल पुनीत मनोहर चरिता मज्जन पाप पाप हर एका कहत सुनत एक हर अपिबेका गुरि पितु मातु महेश भवानी प्रणव दीन बंधु टिनकानी सकासियपि हो निहितहरुबादि इति तुलसी के कलि विलोकि जगहित हर गिरिजा साबर मंत्र जालज सिरिजा अनमिल आकर अरतन चापु करकट प्रभाव महेश प्रदापु सो उमेश मोहि पर अनुकूला करहि कथामृत मंगल मूला सुमिरि शिवा शिव पाई प्रभाव पाम चरित चित जावो बनिति मोरि शिव कृपा विभाति शशि समाज मिलि मन हुसुराति जे यही कदहि सनेस समेता कहियहि सुनियहि समुझि सचेता हो यही राम चरण अनुरागी कलिमल रहित सुमंगल बागी। बंधन करना, to salute, respect is a very unique tradition of Sanatana Dharma. Why do you salute anybody? Why do you greet anybody? Why do you offer reverential namaskar to anyone? It is to accept the holiness of that person, not hi. And also when we say do namaskar like this, what does it mean? As you all know, the Paramatma in you and Paramatma in me are one and the same. To that Paramatma, I salute. And we also say in our tradition, do everything with the right hand. It has a meaning because greater energy is flowing through our right side of the body. And even when you are shaking hands with the another person, will you do the left hand? Try. Even in the so-called scientific tradition and all, you don't do the handshake with the left hand. So, Bandhavu essentially means to salute. And when we are undertaking anything that is important, auspicious, uncertain, which requires Bhagavan's grace, then we need to have greater prayer. We must offer a much intense prayer. I do that when I know the Bhiksha person who's offering is not sure about why are you sitting there? That's okay. You just, this is like some Dwarapalak there. So, Punivandavo Sarada Surasarita. I salute Ganges. Surasarita. It is coming from the heavens, from the gods. And Jugala Punita Manohara Charita. Sarata and Surasarita. Sarata and Ganga, both of them I salute. Jugala together. Both of them are those which can create purity in our mind. Manohara Charita, they also have a great historical background. Majjata Pana Papa Har Eka. Ganges, even though we are trying to pollute as much as we can, but we cannot. Gurudev always said, you can never pollute the river because it is constantly running away. Running, right? So you pollute, it's gone. But we are so good. We pollute continuously. He said, you don't need to clean the Ganges. Stop polluting. That's all you need to do. So, Majjan, Pana, Papa Har Eka. Ganges is that when you take a dip or even drink, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Sakrita Piyena Murari Samarcha. Kriyate Tasya Yamena Na Charcha. Now, even once you drink the water of Ganges, once you do the worship of the Lord, then with you, the Lord of Death will have no argument. Why you have no argument or he won't argue with you? Because you are so willing to go. When you are ready to go, where will there be an argument? So, Majjanapana Papa Har Eka, Kahat Sunat Ek Har Abhibekha. Sharada representing Atma Jnana. And when we have the Shastra Jnana of the highest knowledge, Kahata Sunat, even when you speak about it or hear about it, Har Abhibeka, it removes all impurities of thinking, Ajnana, indiscrimination, the absence of proper clarity in understanding. All this goes away when you happen to hear. Even Shravan karne se hi jnana ho jata hai. But Shravan karne ke samay, at the time of when you're listening, if your mind is somewhere else, right? That's why our youngsters always carry. You have to tell them, open and tell them, I'm telling you something. Because they choose to listen what they want to listen only. Selective listening. Most husbands do that. Anyway. So, Guru Pitu Matu Mahesh Bhavani. I always salute Guru, the teacher, spiritual teacher. Pitu Matu, because they are mother and father are considered as, in our tradition, as the first teacher. Matru Devo Baba, Pitru Devo Baba, then Acharya Devo Baba. Mahesh Bhavani and Bhagavan Shiva, because Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino Yabhyam Vina Na Pashyantis Siddhaha Swantastam Ishwaram. They are considered as Jagata Pitaro Vande, Parvati Parameshwaro. They are the parents of the world. So, Mahesh Bhavani, Pranabhavadina Bandhu Dinadani. And I also salute all those who are friendly and causing or giving benefits and support to all those who are having nobody to lean on. Dina Bandhu. Dina unka bandhu. Dina bandhu. Dinadani. Dinadani means sadadani. Always charitable people. Sevaka Swami Sakasiya PK. And I also salute all the sevaks of the Sri Rama. Then Swami, Saka, Swami of what? Saka, PK, Siya PK. P me here means Priya. Siya Priya K Swami Ramachandra. So, Sevaka Swami Saka Siya PK Hita Nirupadi Sab Vidhi Tulasi Ke. So, always, Sabvidin, always, Tulasi ke hita nirupati, nirupati hita. Nirupati means niswartha, nischal. Always, without any selfishness, those, Bhagavan is the one who is a true person who thinks about what is good for you all the time. To that. And it is said, Bhagavan Shiva and Parvati, here specifically is mentioning Kali Viloki Jagahita Giri Haragirija Sabar Mantra Jala Dinakija Sirija. So, Kali Viloki Jaga. In this world, the Kali has already set in. As we saw, Kali means what? Always thinking about Kal kya hoga, Kal kya hua. Wahi Kali hai. What will happen tomorrow? What had happened yesterday? This is what we think. That is the condition of Kali. So Kali Viloki, seeing this dawn, seeing this strong presence of Kali in the minds of the people, what did Bhagavan Shiva and Girija did? Jagahita Hara Girija Sabara Mantra Jala Jinisirija. They created a string of mantras. Mantra Jala, and which is called Sabara Mantra. Siddha Sabala Mantra, it is called. It's a very technical one. In the Kashmir Shaivism and in the Shaiva Agamas, you will find certain mantras that are chanted, which you will not be able to decipher the meaning at all. But it has their power of that mantra is there only when it is given to you by the right people. It is said that there is a story, there was a king and he had a very, very noble minister. And one day he called out for the minister who was not present in the Sabha. So the sevaks there, they said, no, he is busy, he is undertaking some kind of a religious practice, so he is not able to come today. So he asked excuse. What is he doing? We have an important meeting here. No, he is there at home. He said, I want to go and see him, what he's doing. So he went there. So there, that particular minister who was very devout, religiously very inclined, he was sitting in meditation and chanting some mantra, Shiva mantra. So he went to him and said, what are you chanting? He said, this particular mantra. What does it do? He said that everything that is good for me as well as the whole world. Teach me that. He said, if you know it, you teach me. So I am not eligible to teach you. Now, if you don't teach me, I am the king of this country and you don't teach me what I want. Who taught you? That person is already, he has taken samadhi. Okay. He got very upset and he came back to the kingdom and said that, okay, he called out the important people. Find out who knows this mantra. And then these people who are his servants or whatever, they went around and then somehow found the mantra and went and gave it to him. So he started to memorize it. Then he called the minister and said, "Now I also know the mantra." "Oh, you also know it? Say that." He said, he uttered that mantra. So then the minister said, "This is nice, but it will have no effect." "What are you talking?" He said, "I am telling you, it will have no effect for you. You dare argue with me?" "Yes, I am arguing with you because you didn't do the right thing." So, and I'll tell you why. He looked at the soldiers who were standing there. "Arrest the king." So they did not know what to do. So they looked at the king. The king got so upset. "You dare? Because I have not learned from the right people, you want to arrest me? Arrest him." Immediately they went and arrested the minister. So the minister smiled and said, "Why are you smiling? See, I also said the same thing you said. Right? But they obeyed your command and not mine." You see that? It is not who says it and what authority he says that. So the mantra should be given by the person who is authorized to give, who has practiced it, who has mastered it, who found the strength of it. He applied it, he understood it, and you will not give it to everybody unless you qualify for it. So that is why it is the next line is written, "Anamila akhar arata nachapu." Anamila, meaning it is not just a collection of letters and words. It is not it is not a collection of words. Akhara, it is not a mere akshara. Arata na japu. If you even repeat it again and again without knowing its meaning and effect, it has no effect. So, even as Bhagavan Shiva had created such kind of very powerful mantras, it is by itself cannot be of any use to the people in general unless it is given by the authority. But that kind of a Maheshwara, he is constantly thinking about Bhagavan Sri Rama. Therefore, he says, "Prakata Prabhavu Mahesa Pratapu." Therefore, he always spoke about greatness of Sri Rama, whose mantra is applicable to everybody. Anyone who utters the name of Sri Rama will benefit it, and that is the power Bhagavan Shiva has given to those two letters only, Rama. Interesting thing is, Bhagavan Shiva is such a great devotee of Shiva, and Rama is a great devotee of Shiva, and Shiva is a great devotee of Rama as well. That is why we gave the name Rameshwar. So we had two centers. No, one we had Shiva, another we had Ram. When they came together, it became Rameshwar. And this particular word Rameshwar has got a great meaning. Oh, you all know that it is there, a place in the end of the country, down there, closer to the ocean. But it has, in the Sanskrit, there are three samasas are involved here. Tatpurusha samasa, Bahuvrihi samasa, Karmadare samasa. Samasa means, not samosa, huh? Samasa means a compound which has a inbuilt meaning. This is the intricacy of the Sanskrit language. For example, this word Rameshwara, what means is Rama's Ishwar. Ramasya Ishwaraha Yaha. This is called Rameshwara. One meaning is Ramasya Ishwaraha. That is Rama's Ishwar, Rama's God. That is Shiva. This is one meaning. Second meaning is Ramaha Yasya Ishwaraha. Meaning it refers to Shiva. Shiva, to whom Rama is Ishwar. So Ramasya Ishwaraha, Ramaha Yasya Ishwaraha. Ramaha Sayeva Ishwaraha is the third one, Karmadarya. Sri Rama and Ishwara are one and the same. Ramaha Ishwaraha. Like if you say Raja Ravi Varma, let us say. So here Raja is also he and Ravi Varma is also he only. You know, the great painter, you know, the Raja Ravi Varma. So when you say Raja Ravi Varma, it's referring to the same person only. Similarly, Rama Ishwara means Rama Eva Ishwara. So that is called Karmadhari. So these three that included in this one word. One referring to Shiva, one referring to Rama, the other one referring to both of them. So the Sri Rama is a great devotee of Ishvara, Lord Shiva, and Bhagavan Shiva. That is why he created the temple before he left for Lanka, worshipping Bhagavan Shiva there. And Shiva, Bhagavan, he is constantly in meditation. And Sri Rama Rama Ramedi, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varane. When Parvati asked which is the best mantra, he said Ram. So here, such as Sri Rama, Sa Ume Samuhi Para Anukula, Karahi Kata Muda Mangala Mula. So Mahesh, that very Maheshwara, Mohipara Anukula, may he be gracious upon me. Karahikata Muda Mangala Mula. As I am composing this great story of Sri Rama, which causes great auspiciousness to everyone. Sumiri Siva Siva Payi Prasavu. Remembering Siva. When you put Dirga, it refers to Parvati. Sumiri Siva, Siva, Payi Prabhavu. May that Sri Rama, Sri Bhagavan Shiva, along with Parvati, may both of them become pleasant and prasanna, Prabhavu, Prasavu. Prasa means may prasad hone do. Bharanavu Ramacharita Chitta Chavu. May I describe the story of Sri Rama according to my mind's delight. Baniti Mori Siva Kripa Vibhati. It only expresses the greatness of the Lord with the help of Bhagavan Shiva. Sasi Samaja Mili Mana Husurati. It is like that of the moon along with its stars, how it beautifies the entire beautiful night. Sasi Samaj, along with all its Samaj, with all the stars, Mili together, Manavasurati, and how I think how that night becomes so bright and beautiful with all the stars and the moon in the same way. Jehi Katahi Saneha Sameta. So those who are able to read this or talk about this great story of Sri Rama with love. Jehi Katahi Saneha Sameta Kahi Sunihi Samuji Sajeta. After having speaking about it, listening to it with the correct understanding, such people who yagi Ram Charana Anuragi, they become a devout worshippers of the feet of the Lord. Kalimala Rahita Sumangala Bhagi. With no defect of the Kali, they remain as partakers of the great Mangala, great auspicious blessings only. Sapane wo continue. Sapane wo sache wo mohi par jo hari gauri prasav. तो पुर हो जो कहब सब भाषा बनिधि प्रभाव सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. Sapaneva sochahu mohi par. Even when I'm in the dream, let these Jo Har Gauri Prasav, may even in my dream, may Gauri That is Parvati and Shiva, may they become most gracious to me. So that is why we say, no, sweet dreams. We should not say any more sweet dream, because to people who are already diabetic, it's a holy dreams, auspicious dreams, peaceful dreams. So they both are, even in my dream, if they are, तो pura ho, then it will become complete for me. Jo kahavo sabu, whatever I have said, bhasha banita prabhav. Even though I am singing this whole story of Sri Rama in the bhasha, prakrita bhasha, Audhi bhasha only I am talking about. Even then, let that be, because it is not known to too many people. In this language, which is colloquial, local, let me sing that, and the Lord be most gracious to me, both of them. बंदव अवतपुरी अति पावनि सरजु सरी कलि कलुषन सावनि प्रणवमु पुर नर नारी बहोरी ममता जिन पर प्रभु ही न तोरी सिय निंदक अग आग लसाये लोक बिशोक बनाई बसाये बंदव कौसल्यादि सि प्राची कीरति जासु सकल जग माची प्रगटव जग रहपति शशि जारु सुकत कल कमल सुसारु दशरथ राव सहित सब रानी सुकृत सुमंगल मूर्ति मानी करव प्रणाम करम मन करहु कृपा सुत सेवक जानी जिनह की बिरज बड़व भय जिनह, अरे दिस इज कमिंग डाउन अगेन एंड अगेन. जिनह की बिरज बड़ भयव विधाता महिमा अवधि राम पितु माता. When they say salute, salute, this also is doing that. Bandavu, bandavu. क्या करें? Brightness is gone. Bandavu. Okay. Avadapuri Ati Pavani. Avadapuri, it is also is Ayodhya. The two meanings are there. Avada. Avada means it cannot be hurt, cannot be destroyed, cannot be fought with. Both are there. Avadapuri, Ayodhyapuri. Both are referring to the same only. So, Avadapuri, Bandavu Avadapuri, Ati Pavani. It is considered as the most auspicious. It is said that in the north and in one city in south, both are together. There are 7 cities which are considered as abode of moksha. In the I had a reference there: Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Dwaravati, Tatagneya, Saptapuri, Saptapurischa Mokshadaha. These 7 cities, Saptapuri. So these are all considered as Puryascha, Saptapuryasa Mokshadaha. Puri is being feminine, Puryaha. So Saptapuryaha. These 7 cities are considered as Mokshadaha, Moksham Dadati. Which are those? Ayodhya. First one is Ayodhya. Because, now think about it. The place where Bhagavan himself lived, ruled. There is no physical place in the earth where he had spent thousands of years ruling. Ayodhya. Mathura, where Bhagavan Krishna had spent his time there. Maya. Mayapuri is there. Swamiji, where is that? It is Haridwar. Haridwar is called Mayapuri. No, it is not Haridwar, Haradwar, Hardwar. You know the story, right? Haridwar means it is a dwara to Hari, that is Badrinath. But it is also Dwara to Kedarnath. Therefore, it's called Haradwar. So sometimes they say Haridwar, sometimes say Haradwar. Now later on they decided Hardwar. Now you will say Harwar. Haridwar, sabka dwar hai. So Haridwar is called Mayapuri. Kashi, that is the most auspicious and ancient city. Then Kanchi, that is down south, which is where Vishalakshi, Kamakshi, the abode of the Kamakshi there. Then Avantika. Avantika is considered also an abode of Sri Rama there. It is actually Ujjain in MP. Dwaravati, Dwaraka. So these are the 7 considered as Tatagneya Saptapuryascha Mokshadaha. So here he mentions Bandava Avadapuri Adipavani. And why it is so? Because it has the most holy river, Sarajusari Kali Kalushanna Savani. Sarayu river is there, in which Rama had merged. Lakshmana had merged into that. So both of them have their last dip in that, and then they disappeared and they ascended to heaven. So that is why it is considered as Sarvachari Kali Kalusha Pasa Nasavani. नाश करने वाली किसको कली को Pranava Pura Nara Nari Bahori. And I also salute all the citizens of the Ayodhya also. How blessed they have been. How blessed they were to have the constant interaction with Sri Rama, who gave their life for the Lord. Pranavapura Nara Nari Bahori Mamata Jin Par Prabhina Tori. Mamata, when Bhagavan Shiva, Bhagavan Rama had great feeling of affinity for all of them. Mamata Jinipar. One meaning is they had great pride over Rama. Also, Bhagavan had great pride over them. And it is not simple, not tori, not little, a great amount of. And, in this very same Ayodhya only, Sita ji was, criticized, ridiculed, or spoken ill of, right? When she came back, when the Pattabhishek and other things happened, afterwards, when they started to live there, some people started to talk. Lokha kam hai कहना. Loka Loki. Loka, right? Logon ka. So they say anybody and everybody will speak. So it is said that Bhagavan Ram, it is when Adhyatma Ramayana, this portion comes. In that portion of Adhyatma Ramayana, it is said that Sita was a little hurt when she heard all these things. So Sri Rama said, anyway, we have to get going. Now our work is over here. There must be a reason why we should depart from this place. It is better that you go first and take care of the house before I come. So Lakshmi, you proceed. And I cannot just like that give you up. You are not sick or anything. So I will send you to a place of ashrama. From there, you proceed on. So that nobody will miss you here. So you go first, Lakshmana will go next, and then I will come at the end. This is the plan. So he sent her first. This is how in Adhyatma Ramayana there are mantras, verses that are there. So, but here what Tulasidas says, Siyanindak aga aganasaye, oganasaye. Oga means aga oga, the whole group of sin. And of whom? Siyanindak. Those people who were criticizing, ridiculing, talking ill of Sita ji, what did Bhagavan do? Loka bisoka banaye basaye. What he did was, he oga nasaye. He first of all removed their sins and made them pure and made them not anymore feeling bad about it. And took them all finally to his abode. That's why it is said, Siyanindaka aga oga nasai loka bisoka banai basai. That is the greatness of Sri Rama. Even though they were speaking ill of Sita, he removed their sin of that they made a mistake. And then clearing them of all of that, making them worryless and without any shoka, he took him to his abode. Now, salutations to the great mother of Rama. Bandhava Kausalya Disi Prachi Kirati Jasu Sakala Jagamachi. And she is like that of the eastern region of the whole world. Bandhava Kausalya Disi Prachi Kirati Jasu Sakala Jagamahi. One who created that great glorious sun, whose fame had spread all over the world, Pragatava Jaha Raghupati Sasicharu. And she created the entire the horizon, that beautiful moon-like Sri Rama, Pragatava Jago Raghupati Sasi Charu Biswa Sukhat, one who gave the greatest joy to the world, Kala Kamala Tumaru. Kala Kamala Tusaru. Tushara means the, the early morning dews. Early morning dews are the most beautiful thing to see. But the early morning dews are on that lotus flower, which is Kalimala. It is interesting. Kamala Tusaru. In this Kali Yuga, the world is like that of the most wicked form of Kamala. In that, Sri Rama appeared to be like that of the dews on the top. Meaning, even in this world today, which is filled with so much of evil, Rama's name and Rama's glory is remaining like that of the beautiful Tushar. So that is what is said here. Dasharatha Rava Sakita Sabarani. Along with Dasharatha, all of them, Ravu Sahita, along with the king, Sabarani, Sukruta Sumangala Muratimani. I consider them as Sukruta Sumangala. So are the most auspicious Muratimani form. Karavu Pranam Karama Manamani. With my mind, with my body, with my speech. These are considered as the three important ways through which we express ourselves. Body, speech, and the mind. In Bhagavan, in chapter 17 of Gita, three important things that we need to do tapas. Kaya tapas, Vak tapas, and Manasaha tapas. Mind has to be auspicious. Mind has to be put into austere condition. Speech has to be made to be austere. Body, Deva Dvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsacha Shariram Tapavuchate. Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapavuchate. Manaprasad Saumyatvam Maunam Atma Vinigraha. Then Bhava Samshuddhi Rityetad Manasam Tapavuchate. Bhagavan Krishna gives three kinds of tapas, and he says, Karavu Pranam Karama Manabani. With all my mind, speech, and the body, may I do pranam. Karavu Kripasun Sutasevaka Jani. May the Lord be gracious to me. Considering, may Dasharatha and all the Ranis be gracious to me because I am Suta Sevak. I am the Sevak of their own son. Karat Kripa Suta Sevak Jani. Jinahi bi viraji bad bhayav vidata mahima abati rama pitumata. And Bhagavan Brahma had created the entire universe. Jinahi Biraji, he created Bad Bhayav Vidata, and he made the entire world available to us, keeping Dasharatha and all the three Ranis of Bhagavan, I mean here Dasharatha as the boundaries of excellence. Mahima avati Rama Pitumata. Meaning they are the ultimate boundaries of all the goodness. So that is the reason why I salute them. बंधव अवत बुवाल सत्य प्रेम जहि राम पद बिचुरत दीन दयाल प्रियतन तृण इव परिहरव सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संत की जय. I salute finally the Dasharatha. Bandhav avata Bhuvala. Bhupala. Bhuvala means one who is the ruler of this Avadapuri. Satya Prema Jehi Ramapada. He always had great love at the feet of the Lord. Now you see, it is his own son. To his own son, how can you salute? Is it correct to salute and fall at the feet of one's own son? It is not right. Traditionally, it is not right. I remember, I don't know, I might have narrated this to you. When I was studying in Sandipani, we were there for some time. We spent in Siddhabari or Himachala ashram, 6 months. So once Gurudev's, I mean, that time Gurudev's camp was going on, Vivek Chodamani. And one script he brought and gave it to one of the persons there. And he said, okay, make these students enact this script on the stage. I want to see that. So the script was about Lord Buddha's return to the kingdom to meet his own father and his wife and his son. And this particular thing, they're very emotional, he returning, and the king does not know how to treat his son. Should he treat him as a monk or should he treat him as his own son? So that character is very important character. But of course, Buddha is most of the time he doesn't speak, just smile. And the Sujata, that is the wife, as well as Rahul, the son, both of them are very, they have a role also. But the main role was that of the king. And that role was to be played by me. So, and so it was completely in Sanskrit. And I was all put all the makeup. At that time also I had a little white beard and all that, makeup and all that. So then I memorized all my dialogues there, what to say. So the scene is that he is in the kingdom, sitting there, and one seva comes and says, Buddha has come. I know that this is my son. So I get up and wonder, how do I meet him? Should I do salutations? Because he's supposed to be revered. In the Sabha, if I don't do it, others won't do it. So all that, and then, but at the same time, I'm angry about him also. So these all emotions I have to show. So then, when the curtain opened, the throne was put, the chair was put big, beautiful. I sat there and looked at it. Gurudev was right there next to me, just in front of me. I forgot all my dialogues. And I was only, tears were coming out. Everybody thought that was emotion. When Buddha walked and I looked at him, I did not know what to say, forgot everything. And Gurudev said, very good. So when I was reading this, I remembered what could have been the attitude of Dasharatha there. Bandhav avata bhuvala satya prema jahi Ramapada. He had so much love for the feet of the Lord Bichurat Dina Dayal Priya Tanu Truna Iva Pariharavu. When Sri Rama left, Bichurata Dina Dayal, when Dina Dayal, there Bhagavan Sri Rama, when he left the kingdom, Priya Tanu, his own body, most dear body, Truna Iva Pariharavu. At that very moment itself, he had left his body at once. Even though it happened a little later, but meaning what? He was ready. If Bhagavan is not there, why should I hold on to this body? So that was his love. So he was not saluting to the feet of the Lord, but he considered if Bhagavan is not there, this body is not worth living. So that is how he showed his love. We'll see more of it in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah.